49ers News and Rumors mailbag coming at you on the 49ers Report. I'm Chase Sr. We go live every single Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, and a mailbag, part of our live show because we love interacting with the Niner Gang more so than any other YouTube channel out there. That's why you got to subscribe to the channel. We start off this mailbag with this question coming in first from Chualor. Do you think Jimmy Garoppolo gets cut? How much do you think the 49ers save? Well, he has a $26.9 million cap hit in 2022, something in that neighborhood. So I do think that if it gets to a point where he's so prohibitive to be on this roster and they're not able to build out this roster, he could get cut. I think another possibility, they hang on to him and they put him through a physical when he's actually able to throw because he got surgery 2 weeks ago, not able to throw for 16 weeks, and there's going to be another quarterback-needy team out there. If another quarterback goes down, you hold on to Jimmy G, and maybe you get something more back for him than what you can get right now, and you can show that he's healthy. That's a possibility, but I think up to this point, the 49ers have botched this. It's really been somewhat of a seesaw. I thought they were going to trade him, then they didn't, and then a bunch of quarterback movement happened across the National Football League. It's been a crazy offseason in terms of Jimmy G. Cyrus with this question, should John Lynch be fired if Jimmy G is released for no return? I mean, we're talking about a team that made it to the Final Four last year. They're a couple plays away from making it to Super Bowl 56. So while people deserve to be frustrated with not trading away Garoppolo, not getting back draft compensation, like a second-round pick, a third-round pick, the shoulder injury has impacted his trade value, and they waited too long, and they miscalculated the market. You deserve to be frustrated, but to say that John Lynch should be fired, I think that's going a little bit too far. This roster still has premier talent on both sides of the football, and they almost made it to the Super Bowl last year, and once again, they're going to be an NFC favorite here in 2022. The homie, BK from the Bay, Chase, do you think Jimmy intentionally screwed the Niners with the surgery? No. I don't think anybody just willingly is going to say, you know what, cut me up, I'm going to go under the knife and I'm going to get some surgery. Like, none of us want to undergo a surgical procedure. Now, could he have gotten that surgery a little bit earlier? Yes. And did him and his agent Don Yee, who's also the agent for Tom Brady, maybe have a plan in place to not get that surgery right away to impact his trade value in hopes of him getting released so that he could pick his destination? Maybe. But then they miscalculated the market too because there aren't any destinations left for Jimmy G. We're talking about the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Now, that's a conspiracy theory, what I just explained, but I don't think anybody is just going to just go under the knife just to get surgery. Nobody wants to do that because it's somewhat serious. I think he actually needed surgery. The timing of it is a little bit curious. Jason Lutz, are the Niners still looking at safety and free agency? A lot of talent still out there. And the talent, as of Tuesday, it's Tyrann Mathieu. Premier talent still out there on the open market. Rodney McLeod, also a big name on the free agency market. I think that they'll look at safety if they move on from Jaquiski Tartt. What does Tartt get on the open market? He's a quality player, and he's coming off the best year of his career. I'd like to see him come back to the Niners because of what he did in 2021 and the fact that he's affordable. You'd have to pay Tyrann Mathieu so much more money than Jaquiski Tartt. Now, is Mathieu better? Yes, and that's why you'd be paying him a lot. But in a team-building sense, bring back Jaquiski Tartt would make a lot of sense because he's a good player and he's not going to break the bank. Who is your favorite 49ers signing so far? Is it Charvarius Ward? Is it Hassan Ridgeway? Is it George Odom? Is it another one of the signings? Like, I don't know, Oren Burks. They've been somewhat silent up to this point, but you let me know in the comment section right now. Garcia Brothers. What's up, Chase? What's up, Garcia Brothers? Do you think the 49ers will pick up a deep ball threat or a big body wide receiver? Man, you know what a dream target would be? Treylon Burks out of Arkansas. I don't think he's going to be available at pick number 61, but because you have, 10 picks this year because of those comp picks, can you trade up into the back half of that first round for a team that's unsure about what they want? Could you trade up in the second round if a big-bodied wide receiver is still there? I think so. I'm not sure Burks is going to be available, but Christian Watson out of North Dakota State, he's 6'5", ran like a 4.3, 4.4 40 at the NFL Combine, a deep ball threat. I think that's an area of need. You stretch the field vertically, open up so much underneath for Debo, Ayuk, and George Kittle to get into the kitchen. I think that's a point of emphasis, no doubt. Hanif Razak, what are the possibilities that the Niners trade Jimmy G at the trade deadline after Week 8 for 1 6th-round pick and 1 7th? I think that value, a little bit too low, but do they trade him at the deadline? I think that might be a little bit too late. I don't think you can go into next year with Jimmy Garoppolo still on this roster. 1, because of the cap hit. 2, because of the mixed messaging to Trey Lance in that locker room. We know that a lot of people in that locker room, they're more fans of Garoppolo than they are Trey Lance, and they wanted Garoppolo last year. So I think that's a little bit of a problem. But Hanif Razak, appreciate that question. Have you followed us on Rumble? Type Y for yes, type N for no, rumble.com/49ers TV. More exclusive content on the Rumble app, including our live shows where we do segments only on Rumble and not just on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, show up, show out, show me that you love the 49ers Report by going to rumble.com/49ers TV. Always Guapo. Do you think Trey will be ready before the regular season starts? I think he's ready right now. I really do think Trey Lance is ready to rock right now. This guy has unbelievable physical upside. He has great arm strength, which is really reminiscent of what Mahomes and Josh Allen can do with the football. He's got not necessarily Josh Allen escapability and running ability, but he's somewhat close. And in Kyle Shanahan's offense, I really do think that he is going to be able to succeed because he's got a good coach. He has good complementary pieces. He has an organization that invested in him, at least as of now. We'll see what happens with Jimmy G. And I just think in this offense, he can really do anything. Take the top off of the defense, complete any ball on the field, run the football as well to keep the defense guessing. I just want to see him get all of the reps this offseason. He's raw. He certainly needs it. He was drafted at 20 years old. Him being raw and inexperienced and needing reps shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody. YT Joker, what do you think the Niners Charvarius Ward instead of someone like J.C. Jackson because of the Jimmy situation? What do I think of them signing Charvarius Ward instead of someone like J.C. Jackson? Thank you, brother. Look, J.C. Jackson, the first 2 years of his contract, he's going to be making $20 million average annual value. And I think with this Niners defensive line and how good it is and how they can get after the quarterback, you don't need to pay a cornerback $20 million per year because if a quarterback doesn't have time to throw, they can't pick apart your defense. Now with Charvarius Ward, you're paying him around $14 million per year. And I think that's good value. He's 25. He has upside coming off the best year of his career. He's a dog. He has really good size and length at 6'1". I think he's going to be a really good player. Him and Emmanuel Mosley and Ambry Thomas, who certainly flashed last year, I think that has the makings of a very good secondary. Now, we're killing the game here on YouTube as the largest 49ers News and Rumors channel on the entire internet, approaching 60,000 subs. Subscribe to the channel for free daily videos year-round right here on the 49ers Report by hitting that red subscribe button down below or go to youtube.com/49ers TV. We have a $50 super chat to get to from the real OG, Daryl McCullum. Gotta run, Chase. Enjoy your shotgun. So here on our live show, we will do that shotgun in honor of Daryl. I'm also going to bring somebody else from the Chat Sports office on camera with me, and they're going to have to do something crazy as well. We'll do this shotgun after the mailbag is over. Orbital Blade, what are the chances Jimmy stays with the Niners? Look, everybody's predictions as far as Garoppolo have been off. A lot of people thought that he was going to get traded last year. A lot of people thought he was going to get traded this offseason. The easiest scenario was him getting traded at some point this offseason in what used to be a wide-open quarterback market. That wide-open quarterback market is not wide open any longer, and that's a problem for the Niners. I think there's a slight chance that he stays with the Niners this upcoming year. I don't personally like the idea because I'd rather move forward with Trey Lance. Last question in this mailbag. Jason Lutz. Jimmy G is a backup quarterback somewhere in 2022. Is that going to happen? Is he a backup with the Niners? They'd have to restructure his cap number. You cannot pay a backup quarterback anywhere between $20 and $26 million. And that category, that fits Jimmy Garoppolo. Even a guy like Sam Darnold, with an $18 million cap hit. You can't pay a backup quarterback that much money. Part of the team-building philosophy for the Niners in picking Trey Lance was having him on his rookie contract. You're 2 years in, and if Garoppolo's on the roster once again, that throws that thought process out of the window. So as a backup quarterback with the Niners in 2022, that's so prohibitive for building out your roster somewhere else, maybe. But I think Jimmy G, he can be a starter in this league.